Alright, carburetor people, I kind of wanted to do a video. I was having a problem with this carb and I really couldn't find any help doing internet searches. Right above idle at a cruise, in between the main circuit and in between idle, this thing would stumble. It always had a constant miss, and I fixed that by working with my idle feed restrictions right here. If your carb is correct for the application, you probably won't have to change those, but this is an annular booster 750. It came off a big block in a boat. Bowls have been changed to center hung bowls, and the base plate's been changed. It's been converted to 4-corner idle, but it's set up to be on a 454 that's pulling a lot of vacuum. Now it's on a small block that idles at maybe 12 inches of vacuum. So when you're right above idle, you're actually running off of these transition slots before you get into the mains. And the restriction for that on almost all Holleys, it's here. Some people place them up here. This one's already drilled out. You need a 6x32 machine thread tap, and if you grab a stock one, you're going to look at this and measure it and say, hey, these are already at 55 thousandths. They're not. You have to look down inside here. It's actually restricted further down inside of the plug that Holley puts into them. When you do drill and tap these, I always put a little bit of grease on the tap to try and catch the threads. And then when I'm done running the tap through here, you might want to get an extra metering block just to practice. But once I'm done drilling and tapping, I take brake clean and shoot it down this passage, and this back feeds and it'll blast all that stuff right out of there. You want to make sure you don't have any chunks sitting inside here. And then you can purchase these restrictions. I mean, if they look like miniature jets, they kind of are. They're sort of your jet for in between idle and cruise. But yeah, this stock was 30 thousandths, and I've taken to 39, and I have some 42s to try out right now. But it cured that problem, and I couldn't find any help anywhere else. I found articles on tuning idle feed restrictions, but nothing that really gave you the why of it. So grab an extra metering block. That way you know how far to drill. Once you get used to working with these, they're really not that tough. All right, one more thing to watch out for. You need to take a drill bit that's the same diameter as the top of your idle feed restriction. If you don't, it won't sit down and in. And you'll actually, instead of be using the idle feed restriction, the gasket will be sitting on top of it, and whatever can get through the gasket is going to be what's actually metering the fuel. You need to take a drill bit the same size as that, so that when you're done, it's sitting down into the metering block.